Charles, and I'm going to briefly discuss my feelings on discipline in education.
Hello, Melissa Bonner, interviewing longtime educator of Mobile, Alabama. Okay, Miss Jane, take it away.
Baby Conrad. Where have I taught? I taught high school English for about 10 years in both public and private schools, and I taught here.
My name is Nellie Strauber. I've been teaching for 12 years now. My specialty is biology, but I've taught biology, marine biology, forensics, human anatomy, physiology, so pretty much anything in the life sciences.
Bill Shagger. I've been teaching for
3 years.
3 years. At St. Mary's Home in Mobile. I taught U.S. History 1 and 2, Modern World History, Forensic Science, Middle School Social Studies, Middle School Science, and way too many electives. So, I kind of do it all other than math.
What are the 3 types of teaching from the article? How we can improve school discipline?
There are 3 types of teaching from the article, How We Can Improve School Discipline. The first teaching is ecological, which focuses on the quality of the environment in the classroom. The second type of teaching is school-wide positive behavior, which focuses on the teacher teaching students how to behave well through positive and negative reinforcements. The third type of teaching is social emotional learning, which focuses on the student learning how to behave themselves by keeping the student self-aware.
What is Project Prepare?
Project Prepare is a discipline program that focuses on students with disruptive conduct, whether it's a mental issue or not.
How does different mental issues affect students' behavior and academic achievement?
Students with ADHD tend to be punished more often and struggle with schoolwork, while students with depression face less punishment and do well in school. School tends to ignore students with depression because they're not as disruptive as children with ADHD. It's almost like students are being punished for their third mental disorder and being ignored for a different one.
I feel that discipline in education has greatly changed over the years. One reason I feel the change in family dynamics, as well as the change and the removal of corporal punishment in school.
Let those kids know your rules and regulations. Don't just say it. Demonstrate it, and then they will know it, and they will see it. And therefore, don't have no excuse as to why I didn't know what to do or what have you. It's a wrap for you to do it that way.
I would not want to be a high school teacher anymore because I don't think there's any discipline whatsoever. I think discipline begins in the home, and parents don't discipline children anymore, and teachers have no ability to counteract that, and I think it creates major problems in school.
I think that for discipline to be most effective, the teacher really needs to be kind of doing most of that in his or her classroom. I feel like that in some schools you don't get a lot of the help that you need at a higher level, and it's also more important that the kids respect you and that you have control in that classroom.
First and foremost, the teacher has to be able to have control of their classroom, and I don't mean that in a kind of a military sense, but you have to have the respect for your students, and you have to be prepared. Where I teach, a lot of times I don't have sometimes the same discipline problems that some of the other teachers have, but I'm always ready. I always know what I'm doing. There's really no downtime. To work well, and that really helps get rid of a lot of discipline problems.
I feel that zero tolerance is a great policy. It's consistent and everything is laid out as far as rules and consequences.
When you are allowed to use a tone of voice with students, it indicates that you are incredibly aggravated or upset. When you are allowed to send students out of the room when they're being disruptive, and there's a place that you can send them to. Mainly I always have a look. All I ever do is put out my look and leave.
I think really for me, I usually talk to the student first about it. But before we even get to have the next conversation, we've gone over those rules and procedures at the beginning of the school year, and we have to sometimes go over them every day.
Let it be known now that when you go in, don't go in trying to be no buddy or trying to be a friend. You're going in as an instructor, a teacher. You instruct them as to what you expect of them and demand respect.
Sometimes I think that there are certain classes that lend themselves to, students and teachers being a little bit more friendly about, even things such as what are you going to do this weekend, or you have plans for spring break. But typically that's with the students who are a little bit more mature. They're students that are better at being able to separate, when the teacher is just kind of talking about, themselves or their family, and then when it's time to get back on track. I think that you can always, I don't think you're as an effective teacher if they don't see you as a human being.
I think primarily it's best to keep it for the business level. And there's always going to be exceptions. I can't say that across the board. I would hope that most people become teachers because they do like it.
Yes, I think the teachers definitely need to establish a boundary, and that there needs to be a respectful relationship from the student towards the teacher. That the teacher start out in employee figure, and then kind of let it be lighten up from that point on once that authority and that respect is kind of established. I don't think so. I don't think that's what we have. The focus is not supposed to be on stuff in the classroom anyway. It's supposed to be more on the academic study and what's going on. So I don't necessarily think that a messy classroom would encourage negative behavior any more than those who are going to exhibit negative behavior are going to do it with or without a mask.
I think it's almost 100% related. I mean, you're going to have students who, they bring their own, junk basically with them. And, you can have the best environment and they'll still find a way to break out of that. But on the other hand, even things as simple as having light, having just the blinds open, having a pleasant smell in the classroom, having it clean, having it neat, having it organized, lets kids know that you care about it, and that just being a little bit more structured. Not that I don't think they should walk into a classroom that's completely white, that's completely bare, and that's very institutional.
Also, like she was saying, have lots of other things in there besides things just related to what you're specifically teaching in that time. Buy disposable things, whether it's a book, you go to a secondhand store and find a copy of a book I think, students might like. I buy it and take it and put it in the classroom. You've got, all kinds of things that if they take it, even if I never get it back, I don't care.
Usually, I don't say usually, there are some cases where kids may have like a tick or something, like they'll take their pencil and they always have to like tap on the desk, and so there was a case in which that happened. I gave them a mouse pad, And so they sat all day long, but it was a lot duller, you know, than the other kind of stuff. I've had kids that need to walk around, and so I make sure their desk is in the back. And so if they need to get up, they just walk, they pace back and forth. If there's nothing else they can do. I'll also try to pace about halfway through each block. You know, everybody stand and stretch, you know. And when I can, if the unit kind of allows, is to have activities where they are up and moving around. You know, a lot of these kids get bored. I mean, we get bored if we sit all day long, you know. And so I try to make sure there's enough activities.